So the 106 is apparently getting kind of a buff. Yes, kind of a buff, guys. So Zabi found that there are multiple things that they are changing on the 106. I actually am testing it out them over here a little bit, and we're gonna talk about them, okay? So the first thing is that, of course, thank you Zabi for doing this, and I will leave a link in the description for you to help him out if you want to, okay? The major change that I can feel already when you hop in the aircraft, you can already feel it, is the amount of thrust that this thing produces, especially in the higher airspeeds, okay? It doesn't matter the altitude, but especially in the higher airspeeds, now it is producing a lot more thrust. In some situations, it becomes even like 20% or something like that, or even more of a buff, right? So it's a major buff to the amount of speed that this thing has. You can see already the difference, man. I'm flying for just a couple of seconds over here, and I'm already near breaking my wings, right? Which was something that took a long time. It was almost impossible before, right? So, yeah, a lot more thrust, a lot more thrust. And if we go to the actual high altitudes, we're going to try to get to the 17,000 maybe over here. You will feel that the aircraft is a lot better as well. It is maintaining a lot better of a climb. As you see, look at this. I'm maintaining very well the Mach 1 Plus speeds while maintaining a 30-degree climb. If you saw the other videos that I did, this was almost impossible to do, right? It was way worse than the F-104, for example, and now it is a little bit more comparable, or even better, if you will, right? These changes, they affect more on the higher airspeeds, okay? So the higher the airspeed you are, the bigger the difference kind of feels like on the amount of thrust that you are producing with the engine. But it is a big buff. Of course, remember guys, I say buff, but it's not really a buff, it's a fix, right? The aircraft was not ready before, and I did mention that before, right? That we were getting a very not ready state kind of F-106 at those early tests that we did, right? But now everything is working a little bit better. I'm gonna help the aircraft a little bit by losing my my thing over here. I can actually... Oh, I have the reload. Well, it doesn't matter. But still, you can see that the aircraft is accelerating a lot faster. It can get to the speeds that it should be doing, right? So, yeah, even in the higher altitudes over here, it is a lot better. A lot better. And I'm pretty sure now it can finally do the 17,000 meters that we tried before with not a lot of trouble. So, yeah, very cool to see this aircraft better, with way more thrust, and it's gonna be a dangerous aircraft at 9.3. I still believe that it's supposed to be kind of a higher BR, but we're gonna have to wait and see, right? But you can clearly see that the aircraft is accelerating a lot faster. Another thing is that they increased basically the strength of the vehicle in ripping its wings off. So now it is 13.4 Gs on maximum G. Not that you can pull that much, but it's still good to have, and a little bit more or a little bit less, if you will. It's a little bit stronger on the negative as well, okay? So not by much, it's around 1 G for the positive and like 0.2 or 3 for the negative, but it helps, right? Another thing that you might not feel too much, but overall a little bit of a decreased aileron effectiveness, so it should be a little bit slower in the roll rate, but it's not like a lot, right? And you will be able to turn a little bit better. They changed a lot of things on the drag, and I'm not gonna get too much into it because I honestly don't understand too much of what they changed there. But the pitch effectiveness is increased, like quite a lot actually, depending on the situation, right? So 10 to like 30%, even more sometimes. So yeah, so it will be able to turn a little bit more. You will feel that the aircraft is turning a little bit more. Of course, remember, the more a delta wing turns, the more energy basically it loses, right? So, although yes, it feels like it is lighter on the pole, and it does feel like it is turning better, and you can maintain or regain the energy very quickly again. Still, we have a problem of just, yeah, you lose a lot of energy. That's a problem with delta wings, okay? So you have to kind of overall just have that in mind. But yeah, overall, very big buffs, if you will, if you want to call it like that. Increasing in thrust, increasing everything. So basically, this kind of change is making all of my videos that I tested the aircraft kind of obsolete, right? Because the vehicle is gonna be able to climb a little bit better. It will be able to get to speed a little bit faster. So yeah, a lot better, a lot better. The aircraft is amazing now. So it feels a lot lighter, kind of like that, you know. Even if we go to the hangar, you will see that it has an actual increase on the X-ray thrust, right? It's not by much, but you can see that it is increased from the 100 kilonewtons that you got before. Now it's 106.1, right? So yeah, pretty significant, isn't it? So yeah, very, very cool. So kind of a buff to the 106. I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. By the way, just a small thing. Yeah, see, increasing in max speed, increasing climb. So overall, a good change. Okay, see ya, guys.